Did someone say DIY? Hello Greggles and welcome back. So for today's video I'm going to be doing my first DIY tutorial and I'm going to be showing you how you can turn something like this and upcycle it into something like this, which I'm calling a Potter pouch. But what is a Potter pouch? So a Potter pouch is just this magical envelope which I'm going to be using to store some of my magical artifacts in, just here, and also it can be used to send magical owl mail to your fellow witches and wizards. But what are Potter pouches made from? So I actually just made the pouches from Amazon delivery packages, which I've just upcycled, and using some very simple craft materials, upcycled them into the pouches you now see. I've tried to make the tutorial as simple as possible with as few steps as possible also, but if you do have any questions, feel free to comment below and message me and I will be happy to help. So, enough of the intro, let's get started.
You will need a package to use, some glue dots, some scissors, some ribbon, wax seals which can be bought online, a metal ruler, the paper of your choice, and finally a scalpel. And don't forget to cut on a cutting mat. To begin, we want to neaten our package and to remove any excess from the outside. I'm going to start by neatening up this edge just here. And so, with a pair of scissors, I'm just going to cut away any of the horrible lines to make this a nice straight edge. Next, I'm going to remove any labels, as this creates a much smoother surface. I'm also going to remove this piece of cardboard, again so I have an even surface to stick the paper onto, and it looks nice and neat. Next, taking your paper, you want to cut out a section so that your box will fit nicely onto it. And remember, you're covering the front and the back. I want to stick the paper to this section here, and I'm going to use the pre-cut paper's straight edge, as this will be easier and much neater to use. Then, I'm going to add glue to this top section, and then go around the perimeter of the box. And then I like to put an X just to make sure it's completely covered. I then apply the paper and firmly push it down, but ensuring that I get right to the edge. Then you want to fold over the design and crease it nicely. Then remove any excess using your scalpel, as this makes it much easier to work with. As you can see here, we have small corner sections which can be hard to get to. So, to sort these, I fold over the piece of paper, and then using a metal rule and a scalpel, I lightly cut 2 triangle pieces away from the paper. As you can see, once removed, the paper easily folds into the box and we have a lovely neat edge. Then I apply glue and fold inside and stick down firmly. Now that we've got the front covered, it's time to move on to the back section. I start by making 2 cuts and then applying glue and folding over the paper so that it rests on the back of the box. I then repeat this on the other side, and then we want to move on to removing both edge pieces, and to do this I use a metal rule and a scalpel. Make sure not to cut too close to the edge, otherwise you'll take off the front design. For the paper going over the flap, you want to first fold 2 triangles. Then, you want to fold the paper into the design and fold it and make sure to crease it nicely. This then helps when gluing. As you can see, this line has been developed, and now we can unfold this and apply glue. Make sure to apply a good even layer of glue, and then using the creases, fold the paper back inside and into the interior of the box. Now that we've covered everything in paper, we can move on to the ribbon. Begin by measuring out approximately 2 lengths of ribbon. It doesn't have to be too precise, and then cut it. Next, you want to put both bits of ribbon together and make sure that it's quite tight. apply one glue dot and then stick the two pieces of ribbon together with one overlapping the other. Next, we want to cut out two sections of ribbon that are the same. For an added effect, cut a diagonal, and this way we have two pieces which can become the second part of a design. Apply a glue dot to each section, and then apply these over the top of where we glued the two bits of ribbon together. Finally, the last step is to apply another glue dot to your wax seal. Once again, put this over the top of the bits of two ribbon and hide any previous glue dots. Once the ribbon's in place, you've finished your design.
So hopefully, if you followed all of the steps correctly, you should have something that looks a little like this. I realise that quite a few people might not be able to get more orders matte paper, but I do think it works as effectively with brown paper also, and I tried using some different colours just to give it a Hogwarts feel. So why don't you try it yourself, turning something like this into your own Potter pouches. And if you do, I would love to see them, so you can send me a direct message on Instagram at TheGregWhoLived and comment below how you found this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking here, or you can click either of these buttons, and that way you can see more of my videos. Give us a big thumbs up, and hopefully I'll be seeing you very soon. Stay magical, Greggles, and that's goodbye from me. Bye!